nuts, no roots, it's gross, it's ugly, it's dead, it's shot, there's no fruit, there's no nothing based off of just this part of it. But you can't see all the juice that's happening underneath and all the purpose that's happening underneath. So now not only are you judging, but you're falsely judging based off like not even all of the information, and you can't see the behind the scenes. So as you're going through your situation in life,
welcome to the She's Rooted podcast.
We're about to get real, unscripted.
So pull up a chair. Let's get to the root of it. What's up, Mo?
Hey there, hey.
How is it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Amazing. You have a new backdrop. Would you like to tell us about it?
Well, most of you could probably see how warm it is here.
It's 72 degrees.
I don't like it cold in here.
Yeah.
I'm at my lake house, and I'm podcasting from the lake today because life is better on a boat.
Hey, I almost went with that song from Step Brothers, and I reeled it right back in. And if you know, you know, Monique does not know movie quotes. She's not a movie girl. So even if I said it, you would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
songs I know, though. I mean, songs you know.
You on the other side of this podcast land 100% know that song that was sung on. You were frozen, Miss Mo.
You were
there. You are.
Too.
You literally froze. Here we are.
You did too.
We're on the frozen lake. Well, hopefully my voice was still carrying over.
It's so smoky here today.
Yeah.
It's so dear. It's actually, I have to tell you, it is more depressing to look outside with the smoke than it is on like a rainy day or even like a terribly snowy day, which some people are like, oh, it's not depressing.
Blah.
But it's weird, eerie, and like creepy looking outside, and I don't like it. I can't even imagine what these people are going through that are closer to it. I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So prayers to them. This is no good.
Yeah. No,
it's like
not. It smells like a campfire. Yeah, it's Canadian, and I'm right across the lake. It's like coming straight across the lake, and it smells like a campfire. Like literally, you walk outside, and it just smells like you are camping, and it's a campfire.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Well, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, I will say to everyone, if you are joining us again, welcome back to the She's Rooted podcast. If you are pressing play for the first time, welcome, welcome. We like to keep it raw and real over here and totally unscripted. So this is always a fun time because we have no idea where the conversation is going to go, but we have the right heart behind it always. And I always leave this podcast better. So I appreciate you, Mo.
Man, me too, girl. Me too. It's so refreshing. It's
I like how you said that word. Refreshing. Yeah, it is. It really is. And I think that too, like this day and age, it's nice to be able to kind of sit down, have a cup of coffee, a glass of water, vodka, whatever you're drinking on the other side of this, and literally sit and just have a conversation where you feel heard, you feel seen, and like you can relate along the way. And it's not overly curated and all these like theatrics that is going on in the world today. Like, let's just be authentically ourselves because that is always going to be enough. And great conversations usually will create great perspective that we can grab a hold of, take the meat, leave the bones, and apply it to our life. So we usually have like a quote or a scenario or something that is in the now of our life that caught our attention, and then we drop it, and then we try to make it hot. So that's what we're going to do. So with that being said, this is the quote that Mo and I were like, yeah, let's jam on this. So I'm going to read it. You ready? Drop it like it's hot. Okay, so I recently came across a quote that said, if you judge a tree in winter, you'd never believe in spring. And it's been stuck in my head ever since And it says, "Don't let one difficult season convince you to quit." Should I read it again for those that like to write?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, grab your pens, friends. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you judged a tree in winter, you'd never believe in spring. Don't let one difficult season convince you to quit. My brain is excited to roll down a couple different paths with this, but I'm gonna see where you're vibing first.
Well, I can't wait to hear what you have. I thought, like, when you read it the first time, I thought I was thinking one thing, and now I actually got stuck on the first half of that, realizing, like, the first error, and I am, like, the queen of this, so I can say this. The first error is truly judging your circumstance
Right.
and basing your future or success off a circumstance, right? Like, because we're saying the circumstance is a tree in winter, like a moment in time, a circumstance, a situation, and then looking at it and going, bah, well, this is what it is. So this must be what I am. And it's like, no, in this moment, in this situation, in this circumstance, or like you said, in this hard, difficult time, like you're going through this moment. I actually just wrote a whole post on this actually the other day about that we don't hang in a certain part of a circle of life forever. Like it doesn't stay there. It's not going to be winter forever in this, quote that we're
Right.
talking about. Like that's where I actually got stuck was just that first idea of like, well, the root, since we're rooted, the root of this problem in this mindset is that you are judging your current circumstance or situation and then forecasting the future based off that.
Absolutely. That's so wild that you just wrote about that because I just filmed like a mini snip and I haven't posted it yet, but I was talking about like the loop of life. So that's we're like same
And
human. We're the same person, my friends. It's wild. I think we were separated at birth. Our brain is very similar. There's only a few things that we have found that we do not align with,
olives,
but I'll accept it.
we do not agree on olives.
We do not.
They are a gift from God. My
They are a gift from God.
Jamie says no. They are
Thank
poison.
you. Thank you, God, for giving a gift to my girl Mo. That's what I'm grateful for.
You think is poison.
And I can go and buy her them
You
and
think
gift them to her. Thank you
that,
for that opportunity.
and thank you God that she won't eat them, so I get to eat them.
This is true. No,
Uh,
I sorry,
I
go ahead.
I want to see what you wrote about or what you did because what's also crazy now here's like the trifecta. I wrote it and posted it. I don't remember what day, but it was around, and I know you know this. I don't know if you read the post, but I know you know the author, Andy Andrews, when he was teaching about like you're either in a
I
trial,
yes.
heading into a trial. So that's what I was writing about.
Yeah.
And I wrote about it. And then my husband was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just wrote about that because I just had a conversation
See?
with so and so about like this circle, but his circle was like even different. He knows, the one that I was talking about, but he was like, I was talking to this person about being in the center of your circle and like the different perspectives that you can see from that. And I was like, oh, that's cool too.
Yeah. I also mentioned Andy Andrews in the video, but
Yeah.
I said storm. I said going in a storm or going through into a storm, in the storm, or coming out of the
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, I don't remember
Like
what book it
that,
is. Yeah,
like
yeah.
always coming around. Yeah.
Wild how so in tune things are at same times. And
Yes.
how everything it's like you ever have that like, "Oh, it's such a small world." But, like,
Yes.
then it's like, "Oh, this is" I don't even know what you would put on this because it's, like, such a small
Yeah.
coincidence. I don't even know what the right word would be. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. I'll send it to you because it was, about a Charlie horse that I had, and first I was driving to the gym yesterday, and for some reason, I thought I had a great idea, a good perspective, and I'm like, "Let me jot this on memory but so I don't forget it. But yeah, then I got home too late and did not post it yet. So there's that. But back to this, you kind of shifted my thoughts on where I wanted to start with this quote and the perspective around it. So like looking at if you judged a tree in winter, you'd never believe in spring, and you jumped on the front end of that quote, and that's like the first error, the first problem is the judging part. What you made me think of is so many times, so many of us discredit so many things in our life that we choose to focus on the outward negatives around things. We don't realize that the tree in the winter that withholds its roots and withholds, like, it's planted and it's staying there, and the cold's gonna come and the leaves are gonna go away and it's gonna be naked. Like, it is a naked, dull, dry tree unless it's an evergreen, right? There are other trees out there. Don't come at me on the other side. Like, there are winter trees. We're talking about a naked tree, okay? Um, but the strength within, I believe so many of us discredit that, and we just look at the surface around things without looking at the inside strength, inside roots. And we judge too quick. And when we judge too quick, we start to discredit too quick. And when we start to discredit too quick, we throw our hands up, the towel is thrown on the ground, and we are out. And instead of realizing that, no, sometimes you have to strip things away in order for things to grow. And the first part that usually grows are the things we don't see on the outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
kind of you made me completely go in line with, like, piggybacking off of that, because I think that that first error gets in a lot of people's way more than they even realize.
Well, and I think that it is, man, it's such a beautiful picture actually. Like, now this is like me being so cheesy and corny because this
Do
is
it, girl. I
but
love it.
like I'm picturing myself as this tree, and it's like
Picture
I don't
myself.
remember this tree in winter, and this will bring peace, I think, to somebody if you're listening
Absolutely.
and you're going through something like now we've had 2 lessons just in the front half of this, right? Like, I'm this tree and I'm sitting here, and you you have your roots, you have all of this, but, like, or if you're looking at this tree, judgment judgment, and now we've compounded it. Judgment, not just judgment, but you're judging a circumstance, a situation of which you can't even see the full story of, right? Like, that's what we're saying. That you're looking at it going, ah, it's no roots, it's or no leaves, it's gross, it's ugly, it's dead, it's shot, there's no fruit, there's no nothing, based off of just this part of it. But you can't see all the juice that's happening underneath and all the purpose that's happening underneath. So now not only are you judging, but you're falsely judging based off like not even all of the information, and you can't see the behind the scenes. So as you're going through your situation in life, like what a peace you can have if you were to actually understand that everything that's going on in your life, like there's an undercurrent happening, and there's purpose, and there's juices flowing, and there's still life in there even when your situation, beauty from ashes. I shared this thing in my story today because I just read I don't know, somebody's post, and I like got sucked into this story of this family, and I was like, oh my gosh, beauty from ashes, like where you see this ash in a fire, like, there's still little embers in there. There's still, you can't maybe see them or whatever, but, like, just a little breath on them would smoke, and then a little bit more, and you got a little flame, like, and then you fan that flame, and you got a fire, like, put some wood on it, keep going, and I think that you adding to that description of like, hey, we're judging, that's the problem, but also we're judging not even on all the information because we were not looking at all of this, the life that's happening underneath, and all of the time that it's going to take, and all the growth that's actually happening there. There's so much happening there over months before we even see the fruit. So
Absolutely.
much.
Right. So let's put Monique back as the tree, right? Let's also put a perspective around this, Mo. Okay, so it's not only judging yourself and judging inward and like having that kind of imposter syndrome around things in the season that you're not looking at all of everything that is actually happening and building upon so that the growth can happen. Because the truth of the truth is we want everything that we want it yesterday. And putting in the work to get there seems like it's gonna take forever, and then we don't pay attention to all of the non-scale wins and all of the things that are growing us towards that ultimate goal. But what about the judgment that you have within yourself? Because maybe you're a naked tree, right, in the winter that doesn't grow leaves, and you're looking at the evergreens that are thriving in their weather and thriving in their season, and you are feeling less than because they have leaves, you don't have leaves. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so you also have the judgment factor not only within, but within and then looking
Well, you're comparing.
comparing.
Yeah. Now you're in that
Isn't
whole.
a thief of joy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that's where I think, kind of like our messaging around being rooted is like getting enough getting enough peace within yourself and getting rooted enough in yourself as to what you actually want, that you have enough like peace and strength to go like, this is who I am and this is what I want. And like, I find peace in it, because the reality is you can't change from an oak tree to an evergreen tree. It's not going to happen. And then you also have to ask the oak tree, like, why are you even looking at the evergreen tree? Like, do you really want to bloom year round? Like, why do you want?
Right.
Do you really need that, or can you be the one that's like, surprise, I'm here today, spring is here, and everybody's excited to see you bloom? Like,
Right.
not for nothing, but the evergreen, I just walk by because it's always there. Just saying, I think like finding that peace in yourself to say, like, okay, comparison, we know will never be the thing that gives us peace, because you're either going to compare and you're going to find yourself so below whatever you're comparing, or you're going to compare and you feel like you're so much better that now you're too haughty. Like, you're never going to, you have to find that peace within to go happen. Me being the strongest oak tree I can be, doesn't take anything away from that evergreen, and that evergreen being the strongest evergreen it can be, it doesn't take anything away from me being an oak tree. If anything, to me personally, it makes it more magical, because you go, they're different and they're each beautiful in their own way. And
Right.
yeah, I don't know, comparison is definitely a thief.
100%. So let's go on to the second line, right? So if you judged a tree in winter,
Mm-hmm.
you'd never believe in spring. So
Mm.
when you're looking at that, everything that I stand so tall on and everything that I've always talked about, and I believe that Mo and I are very in line with this, everything is going to fall or rise on your mindset, your personal belief within that what you truly want without dimming it down, what you truly want is possible. And here's a thing and Mo can probably talk on this very, very well when it comes on faith and believing through faith and looking at sometimes too, you just need to know that it's been done before and have like a roadmap to kind of follow. But when you're looking at, if you never believed that spring was possible, if you don't even have that belief that that's going to happen, what are the odds that you're going to put in the work to make sure that spring happens? If you don't believe it's going to happen for you, you are going to be correct. Like those that say that they can and those that say that they can't are both usually right. So if it's a belief problem, I'm going to rewind that tape. It's more of a mindset problem first at the root of things. And if you don't fix that and you don't strengthen that and you don't release everything that is getting in the way of clouding your own path, then spring will not come for you as that tree. It doesn't just happen on accident. Like, you can't coast a bike. If you're riding a bike, I want you to picture yourself right now riding a bike, and all of a sudden you're going uphill, and it is a steep hill, a steep hill. What do you think is going to happen if you stop pedaling that damn bike and you stop putting in the work? Are you going to continue to go uphill? Like, you can't coast uphill. What's going to happen is you're going to start going backwards, and before you know it, you're going to fall quicker than if you just kept a steady pace that is good for you,
Mhm.
you know? So I think that you're right. If you don't believe spring and you output, input spring, whatever that is, your job promotion that you want, a passion wheelhouse that you want to chase, your health goals, like whatever it is, that is your spring, quote unquote. But if you don't believe that's possible for you, take a honest self-check moment. That is just you. You're not going to put in the work. Like, it's not going to happen. And sometimes it's a cop out, and sometimes it's like you need to get yourself and your ears around the room that's going to lift you through, that's going to fan the flames of impact. And you have the ember, like like what you talked about. And if you don't like nurture that and get yourself around the fans that are going to help build that, you still got to put the work in.
Yeah.
But if you don't believe it's possible, why the hell would you ever work towards something you don't believe is possible? Like, you're not going to do it.
Well, you're just proving your belief at that point. Like if you take your example of riding on this bike up this hill, what's so crazy about this? I gotta try to figure out how to explain what's going on in my head right now. But if you take this out, riding this bike uphill, like you're saying, and what we're saying is like, well, if you don't believe it's possible, you're not gonna make it. Well, because you're not gonna pedal, like, you're not gonna
Yeah,
walk. Like,
right. Didn't
but
work.
what comes first? Like, because then at that point, you're just proving like to not pedal and to not do it because you're like, I don't think I can make it. So I'm just gonna not do anything and I'm just gonna roll down the hill backwards because I don't think I can make it.
Yeah.
But if you were to just, like, pedal, even if you didn't pedal and you got off and you walk your bike up, that's my question to you. Does the person that, like, starts pedaling anyway, even though it's super hard, and then they get off their bike and they start walking up, we don't know if they're gonna actually make it to the top of the hill still.
They're still moving
They're not
forward, though.
stopping and they're moving forward, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Near the end. Yeah, absolutely.
So their belief might be wavering, but
What
they're
if a friend's driving by like, "Girl, why are you riding that bike? Get in the damn car. Let's go." Imma get my ass in the car, and put my bike in there with me. Like, you're still moving forward. The path to get there is moving forward, no
right.
matter the
Better
vehicle.
you're not, you're still going forward, right? And yeah, you have a better chance of making it as long as you keep moving
Yeah, and
forward.
if your friend runs out of gas, take that damn bike out of the back seat and pedal your ass forward. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is a you versus you. You have to have your path of forward, because if you don't, you're gonna have your path that's gonna decline you back or keep you where you're at. And
Yes.
if you're happy with where you're at, legit happy with where you're at. I'm not settling. I'm not in this like comfort zone. I'm not in this, oh, it's for convenience. Like, if you're truly like
And
living your, this is what I prayed for, this is where I'm happy, and there isn't a growth mindset there, sometimes that's okay to just be in that moment too. But that isn't like, nobody can tell you that. That's a you versus you.
right.
But I will press you to, at some point, to get back onto a growth, to keep going towards something. It might
But
be completely different from what you've prayed for and what you wanted, but at the end of the day, life is meant to be lived. And as you grow through certain ages and certain seasons, and get yourself around certain communities, and there's different things that attach to your life, and things that you get to put in the backpack of your life that you choose to carry with you and to carry forward. And as you grow through things, your mindset grows through things, and you'll find yourself in different different categories of what you want to pursue more of, like, you know what I mean? So, I think it's a constant what do they do, like, when you have I used to work at Shoe Carnival when I was young.
What is that?
Shoe Carnival? A shoe store. You guys don't have shoe carnivals out there?
Oh, ma'am.
Well, I don't know, we do. Do you have DSW? Okay, it's kinda like that,
More fun?
but nothing like that. No, no.
Huh?
Um, yeah. So, we would have to inventory. I knew I had to bring Shoe Carnival to my head so that I could get this word. Doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna talk about Shoe Carnival. But anyway, we had to do inventory, right?
Yeah.
So, we have to inventory our life and reassess where we're at and still live life with a grit and a grind, but also a grace. So sometimes it's good to be the tree in the winter that's happy to be the tree in the winter because they know they are so freaking rooted that they're growing through life and taking in more experience and taking in more peace and taking in more strengthened mindset and knowing exactly who they are, who they aspire to be, and they know that spring is around the corner because they believed enough in themselves to get to that first spring to grow it to where every spring after it's a constant loop of growth and they are solid in who they are and they can't be shaken off of things because what they're doing is getting them ready for their spring.
Yeah.
Did that hit? I don't know if that hit, but
Yeah. I think that, yeah, because it's basically like the way that I'm seeing what you said is just that tree is like, although it might appear to some as not putting forth fruit or not living or not what the tree's not dead, it's still living and it's totally fine living the way it's living at that moment and it's doing good. And it knows like when its next season comes, it's gonna be this variation of itself. And then when its next season comes, it's gonna be the next variation of itself, you know, because you have spring, you have fall, then it's gonna look a little different. Like that's probably where we always get this whole, like, especially in motherhood, I don't know if you've heard it there, but here, everyone's always like, "It's a season. It's just a season."
oh yeah.
Season.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and you're like, "Okay, like, this a lot." Season.
It's a long season.
It'll be a long winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I mean, I think the more we hash out the quote, the more you just realize, like, if if you're still breathing, there's life in there.
Life is good.
And, like, yeah, it might not appear to be exactly how you want it to be. You might be, like, in that winter and wondering and feeling, like, a little cold, a little naked, a little like no you're not producing any fruit, but it's not over, you know, and there's life in you still, and I think there's something to be said about finding the beauty and the joy in those moments to get you through, you know, a winter and, you know, maybe that means for you, you are thinking about spring. Maybe you are thinking about your better future. Maybe you are thinking about the things that you desire. Maybe you're praying about them harder. Like maybe that's what you do in that season. Um, and you're just taking the nourishment, you know, to be ready for your big debut in spring.
Hey. I love it. The last part of this is don't let one difficult season convince you to quit. And where my mind goes with what you just set up is the facts of the facts are there are certain winters that are a lot harsher than others. More snow, more wind, more cold front. Uh so what do you do then? Can a tree put a jacket on? I don't know. Do they put jackets on trees?
No,
I'd be that bougie ass tree, like, I ain't gonna stand here naked. Like, give me a jacket. I want a scarf, and can you bring me a hot cup of coffee? Like, I like it black. Like, you don't gotta put anything in it. Just
I would. I'd be like a badass tree. I'd be like, I'm standing here no matter what. What now? throw it at me. You're trying to cut me down? Let's go. Like,
Let's go.
that's the kind of tree I'd be. What you got? Is all you got? Come on.
I love it.
My roots are so deep.
Yeah, right. A root comes up and, like, whacks them.
Yeah.
Out of here.
Way back over. Yeah.
I like how you envisioned that you were the tree, and then I was like, "Yeah, we're the trees.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are the trees."
But yeah.
Hey, you ever realize, and I know that you and I were both in the same stadium when this was said, and I don't know if you remember this, and the quote was long, but they put it up on the big jumbotron, and it was something about you don't have to tell a tree. It was about a freaking tree, and it was about how a tree, like, you can't tell a tree how tall it needs to grow. Like, it's going to just continue to grow. Do you remember this? I need to find this quote. It was long, but it was about something like that. But as humans, we, like, stop our growth. But a tree will grow until, like, you let it. It might have been about a bamboo tree, I don't remember.
Can I just say too, and I have to fact check this, or someone that's listening could fact check me, but you're talking about like a harsh winter and how you get through it. If you're a tree in a forest with other trees, I did hear one time, and again, you gotta fact check it. But I did hear that there's like this underground root system that they talk to each other. Like if
Oh, really?
or rain fell over here, but like you're drying out, like they have a root system to like pass it along and like share.
Seriously?
That's what I heard. I gotta fact check.
From your tree friends?
Yeah, I do a lot of tree research because I'm rooted and I just wanna make sure no, but I did hear that at one point.
It's pretty neat.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard there's, like, this underground, like so it kinda goes into if that's true, like what you were saying, where it's like, be careful who you surround yourself with, 'cause I think they look out for each other and they kinda, like,
Yeah.
pass
Right,
nutrients along.
right. In the hard seasons, the harsher seasons, when you know that what you are doing has purpose to your life and meaning to your life, like, we're both moms. So you put, like, the mama bear mindset on, right? Like, you're not gonna let anything come between you and your kids. Like, period, the end. Like,
Mhm.
try me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, when you have that and you know what your purpose is and you know what you're striving for, and you know that you're so rooted that it doesn't matter what negativity is gonna be thrown your way. It doesn't matter what harsh season you're going through because you know that you believe without a doubt spring is coming. And if you don't believe spring is coming, then that's a you thing. But over here, a me thing, I absolutely know that it doesn't matter what's going to be thrown my way. I know where I'm going. And where I'm going is beautiful and exciting and rooted for my life path and period, the end. So when we're looking at the times of wanting to quit, when you know what you're doing is working you there, no matter how fast you run a mile, when you cross that finish line, did you or did you not complete a mile? Some people are going to freaking like run that so fast. Some people are going to jog it. Some people are going to be like, I did pretty good. Some people are going to walk it. Some people might crawl their way there, but they still completed a mile. So don't discredit your length of time either. And don't quit on yourself. Too many of us quit too soon because we are allowing outside factors to dictate the quit. I'm gonna say
Well,
that again. We allow outside factors to dictate the quit.
well, yes, and we also don't know how much time you have. Everybody's been given a different amount of time.
Right.
Um, so
Right. But here's the thing I heard on TikTok, and it kind of puts things in a reality bucket of there are people that will leave this earth with unfinished plans.
Mhm.
But to, like, take it a step further, I feel like everybody is going to leave this earth with unfinished plans.
I
No
think that.
matter if you are chasing that next mountaintop, no matter if you've stayed at the one that you've reached, no matter if you never even step foot on a path to get you to even think you can even walk down a path that can get you up a mountaintop, no matter where you're at in life. I am so focused on my goals. I'm so rooted. I'm chasing this. I'm running, or I'm so unsure. I'm letting everything get in my way, or like I'm kind of moseying. I'm good. I'm cool. Like it is what it is. Like let's just like chill. No matter where you're at in life, you will finish this life when you're called home with unfinished plans.
Mhm.
But having unfinished plans with the regret that, man, what if I would have? What if I would have tried? What if I would have bet on myself for a moment? What if I would have stopped letting everything and everybody else make me feel like I couldn't say yes to this or I couldn't say no to this?
That's like, remember
Mm.
a long time ago, I feel like we talked about this, but that's like giving me the same vision. I swear we talked about this, where you like get to heaven and God's like, well, I had planned this for you, but like you chose to sit there and be scared instead, or you chose to not do this, or you chose to, do this instead. Like that would be devastating.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you look at you're gonna leave this earth with unfinished plans, the subtitle underneath it, I think matters more. Did I leave with unfinished plans, but I gave it everything I got? Or did I leave with unfinished plans and I never even showed up to the game?
Yeah, crazy.
Or I left this earth with unfinished plans and I did all right. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything's so fast paced. Um, and I always love when you always drop this and you drop it often. You haven't dropped it yet on this podcast, but you talk a lot about just touching grass and being present and paying attention to the things that matter. And so many of us overlook the small things, the small moments, the small conversations, the small opportunities, the small everything because we're rushing the day away because we have all these expectations that who the hell put on our plate. At the end of the day, someone might be like, "Oh, my boss," or, "Oh, the family life," whatever it. No, we put our own expectations on our own shoulders because when we feel rushed through life, no matter if you're in a job or you're in your four walls or whatever it is, the root of the matter is we've done it to ourself with either A, not setting clear boundaries, or B, being a yes person on every single thing because we can't make a no and realize that that's a full sentence.
Yep. You're living reactive versus intentionally. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Anytime we're rushing, that's totally, you're just reacting to everything instead of intentionally being like, no, I'm going to do it this way.
Right. Right. Yeah. And this was a really like interesting conversation, and that was an awesome quote, and what I love that we did is I got such a visual
Yeah.
the entire conversation, and for me, sometimes that helps me understand the perspective better, and it, like, roots a meaning within my walk, and I know
Hmm.
when you can grab a line and you can pair it with, like, a visual, I think that that is, like, a beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, easy thing
Yeah.
to grab a hold of and be like, I got it. You're on the other side of this podcast. You're like, I'm a freaking tree. I might be naked in the winter, but wait till you see my leaves in the spring, girl. You might have two or three. Let's have three leaves in the winter, ladies. You got to cover up a little bit, but
I got that thick bark. I'm
I
good.
got that thick bark. Shoot for thick bark in your life, ladies. Root
Deep
yourself deep.
bark.
Yeah. Just know that if you show up for your yes, and it feels good for you in the now of your life, and you show up and it feels good in the path that you know that you're trying to walk yourself down, it doesn't matter how quickly you get past that mile marker, right? But if we stop coasting, if we stop riding that pedal up, like it's just, you're not going to, that's for sure going to get you there a lot further back. My doorbell rings, so I just kind of lost my whole
Oh,
train of thought. You probably didn't hear it on the other side of this. This is a great mic. But yeah, that did not come out how I thought it was going to come out of my head.
no, it's good.
But meaning, like, if you literally stop moving yourself forward, that is a sure way to never get to where you want to go as quick as you could if you were rooted in your own mindset, in your own belief, in your own path. And sometimes being so rooted is this path ended. And it's not going to get me to where I want to go. And that takes with a lot of confidence within your choices. And we need to be confident in our choices and not reactive.
Totally.
Like sometimes the quit is not the quit on yourself, it's a quit on the path because the path is a dead end.
Totally.
So pay attention to that. If you're going to plant a tree, you wouldn't plant it next to like a concrete wall. You need to give yourself room to spread those roots, girls. So pick a nice piece of grass, go touch it, and then plant yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, this was good. This was definitely good.
Well, close them out, Mo. What do you got? Finish it up. Mic drop them like you always do, and then we will come back next week to mic drop something else.
You had it. I think you close it out with the quote again. I'm interested to see like what it sounds like now that we've kind of like hashed it out, and I'm interested to see like what our listeners are thinking. Close
that. I'm gonna read it in its entirety.
Yeah.
So I recently came across a quote that said, "If you judged a tree in winter, you'd never believe in spring." And it's been stuck in my head ever since. Don't let one difficult season convince you to quit.
Love it.
Love it. So good, Mo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. This is so great. I'm excited to hear what the girls say.
Yeah.
And the guys, if you're listening, drop those comments below too. And how about we tell them until next time, Mo, what should they do?
Rooted, sis.
Stay rooted. All right, girl. Love you.
Me too.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
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 I missed that one. Oh, no, it's still recording. I got it. Okay, bye.
We hope that landed.
If it did, share it up. Drop a comment. And you know what? We'll see you on the next episode.
And until then, stay rooted, sister.